Like, yeah, they're anti-Semitic, but
Okay.
they're like such evil people, and they're really racist against everyone else that isn't, black Jews, which is like,
Well, you know, they're not
what?
racist because they're black, but they're definitely anti-Semitic.
Oh, come on. You can't be racist because you're black.
Yeah,
Really?
black people can't be racist.
Really? You're really gonna sit here and tell me that?
Only white people can be racist.
Okay, this gotta be a joke. No way. This is genuinely. This is not a rage bait.
No, this is maybe you just don't know anything about race. Like you've never read a single book, you've
What?
never done any type of research on race, like
I
whatsoever. I can
look.
tell because you're saying these things and you're like thrown off by it.
No way. Okay, so I just don't get how you can think that. I mean, yes, I do see how like historically white people were, not superior, but they were in power, of course, and I see that, and because I sympathize with you because my country was uh, under 800 years of oppression and rule under the Ottoman Empire, and we did experience a lot of prejudice, my ancestors, and I do sympathize with you like that, but it's just so wild to say that a certain group of people just cannot do something that everyone else can.
Hmm.
That
I
is that
think
is
black people can bully,
yeah,
they can be xenophobic, they can
yeah, okay.
be anti-black, they can,
Mhm.
they can do all those things. But as far as racism, no, that's what white people set up exclusively for them. Um,
Um,
like that's how that goes. And you could say that it doesn't go that way, but you have to be realistic. Like wherever
okay.
you are, I'm sure white people have had something to do with, its existence there. White people have
Mhm.
done something to spread some type of white supremacy there.
Um, okay, I do agree with that. There is like a lot
That's
of
that's actually a
colonization.
concession. I don't think you get it. RC, can I have your age, race, and pronouns, please?
Yeah, I'm 28. I'm him.
You disagree with the topic?
Yes.
Are you white?
My race is white, yeah.
Okay. What do you disagree with?
Both 1350 being fake. How is that fake?
Mm, how's it real?
FBI Bureau of Crime Statistics.
Oh, what's that?
What is that? It's a statistic government organization.
What does it say?
13% of the population, 13.5% of the population are black Americans. 52% of violent crime are perpetuated by black Americans.
It says that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, because when I was looking at that specific table, it's talking about black people being arrested a lot and like black communities being over policed. And it's about arrest. It doesn't say anything about them being convicted. In fact, black people have the highest exoneration rate, especially when it comes to violent crime. So I think when we're talking about 1350, it's unless you're going to say that it's saying that black people get arrested too much, then it's a white supremacy talking point, and it's fake. It's bullshit.
Why are those neighborhoods over policed?
Because things like black on black crime in the media.
Oh, it's just in the media?
Where have you heard black on black crime besides the media?
Well, I mean, is it not true
What?
that those crimes?
What that crime? Yeah, crime is true. People commit crime. All people commit crime. White people commit crime with who they're close to. Proximity crime, which is white people. In fact, there's plenty of sources that say that black people and white people commit crime at the same rate. Like like crime is crime, but the phrase black on black crime is cooked up by the media to make black people look more violent. Like
And do you think
historically,
that
that's how it
white
always has
police
been.
officers unaliving black men is just cooked up by the media too?
White police officers unaliving black men?
Yeah. Don't you think that's just cooked up by the media too? Or are we just hand selecting what the media cooks up?
When you say we, are you talking about?
You and I having this conversation.
Oh, I think white people select what they want everybody to see. So, for instance, when you see a black person being unalived by white police officers, white people put that out for you to see. They could also not show that, but
Why
it's
would
being
they
shown.
put that out to make
Why
us
would
look
they?
bad? Yeah. What that makes us look bad, right? Why would they put that out?
It makes who look bad?
White people.
No. In fact, every time white people do that, every time police do that, there's a lot of white people who say that they're just, no matter what, they're justified. He should have complied. He should have done this because they think that black people are still slaves. They think that if you're black, you're armed and dangerous at all times.
So
It's a conviction to be black.
why don't they just show all of the,
I don't
the
know why they don't do any of these. People,
It doesn't make any sense.
because you're not listening, RC. You think you know all the answers and you're not going to listen to what I have to say, right? Because you know it.
Well, you're saying that the media cooks up black on black violence. Does the media also cook up white violence on police officers to black men? Is that also cooked up by the media? No,
I've
no, that's
never
not.
seen it. I've never seen that.
You've never George Floyd. You didn't see that?
I didn't see. You said white on white violence. I never seen
No,
that
no,
in the
no.
media.
White police officers committing violence to black men. You
Yeah.
never seen. So that's just cooked up by the media.
Yeah, the promotion of it is, yes. Because I don't think black people want to see that shit.
Oh, okay. So then it's not actually happening at the rate that the media says. It's happening far less. It's just the media's cooking it up to spark a race war.
Not a war, just to show white supremacy, to show that white people are on top here. They're trying to show who's in charge, so to speak.
So why did they put Derek Chauvin in jail for the rest of his life?
I mean, there are plenty of people trying to advocate for him to get out. White
Yeah,
people.
but he's still in jail. The law speaks against it. So we don't live in a legal white supremacist country.
The J6ers were in jail for a minute until they got a.
There were black J6ers too. No?
Can you please support that argument?
Well, there were thousands of people that stormed the Capitol.
I'm sorry. Could you please support that argument?
Yeah,
Don't
there's
push
black-
past that.
Sure, there's
go
black
get it. Go. Can you go get the source, please?
There's no source that shows every single J6er.
Okay. So
There was thousands of people that went into the Capitol.
We're gonna say that's cap. Okay. We're just gonna say
Okay.
it because you can't provide. I would never speak about something that I can't provide evidence of.
Oh, so there were no black people there that day?
I don't think there was any black people who got arrested for storming the Capitol.
Okay. What's your source for that?
I can't find a source that says there were any black people there.
Fair enough. There's sometimes sources that can't prove certain things, but we can move past that point. Neither one of us can probably bring up a source that shows every single person that was on the Capitol steps and went into the Capitol building.
Yeah. We don't have to push past it. We could just simply say that the majority of people who did that were white people.
Yeah.
Like virtually all of them were white.
Okay. What point do you think that proves?
That white people perpetuate
Violence?
that type. Well, and they put it in the media. They advertise it
Yeah,
that way,
rioting during George Floyd.
as opposed to they don't make it look like a violent thing. Like black people are. I'm sorry, that white people are inherently violent, even though we know this country was built upon violence. This country, in its inception, is inherently violent, and it's catered to white violence, right? But they don't promote that in the media. They promote destruction of black people and black people being violent. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, we could look at, since you're saying that the 1350 is fake, we could look at the amount of violent criminals that are in prison
Wait,
by race demographic.
let me get this straight really quick, because I think you think 1350 is fake too, and it's only a matter of verbiage, right? How you're perceiving the information. Do you think that if someone is arrested of a crime, do you think that they are guilty of that crime?
Not always, no.
So 1350 is about arrests, not convictions.
Doesn't disprove that statistic, though.
Hey, one more time, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think that if a black person, I'm sorry, if people get arrested, that they are automatically guilty of a crime?
No.
1350 is rooted in arrests.
Yeah.
Okay, so are all the people who were arrested guilty of a crime?
Not necessarily, no.
So 1350 is fucking fake, RC.
Yeah, but it is alarming that so many
That's
black
a concession. Okay.
that black men, you're gonna
That is a
kick. That's
yeah,
weak,
'cause
bro. You're gonna kick. That's so weak, man.
you're not smart enough to like understand when you concede. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Sit up here and like feed you? Like you're I did it for you twice. Well, three times really. You agreed for a second, and then you came back with the weak ass talking point. Like, you got dismantled